Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network.
All right, Ed Luce of the Financial Times, thank you very much. And before we go to break, a little bit earlier in this block, there was a comment made about Fox News in our coverage about Pete Hegseth and the growing number of allegations about his behavior over the years and possible addiction to alcohol or issues with alcohol. The comment was a little too flippant for this moment that we're in. We just want to make that comment as well. We want to make that clear. We have differences in coverage with Fox News, and that's a good debate that we should have often. But right now, I just want to say there's a lot of good people that work at Fox News who care about Pete Hegseth, and we'll want to leave it at that.
But Rude, we were just saying, I mean, this whole obeying in advance, you know, ABC, they would have won this suit. I mean, this is, you know, what the actual bending the knee looks like and being scared. They went down to Mar-a-Lago, like, you know, ABC executive. It's just, oh my God, it is. And I think we're going to, you know, we were talking about Lindy Lee. Everybody's been talking about that, or being on, you know, Fox bashing Democrats now. We're going to have these disappointments, right? I mean, can I just say, what is going on? I guess I'm used to Bernie Sanders being all over the place, like, you know, taking credit for Democratic wins and then bashing them when they're down. But like I think we have him saying that he should, Biden should pardon the J6 people, but he criticized them for pardoning Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand that.
I don't think Bernie said. I think Bernie said was attacking Trump for wanting to pardon.
Yes,
J6.
he was.
Attacking
What I'm
Trump,
saying
for
is
sure.
he attacked
Yeah.
Biden also for pardoning Hunter Biden, which I just don't agree with. I just feel like, you know, what's the saying? We have to hang together or we're going to hang separately. Like, we can't. I don't understand that Trump pardoned, I don't know, 200 and something rogues gallery of murderers and war criminals and God knows what, right?
Yeah, literal war criminals he punished. War criminals, by the way, that Pete Hegseth supported.
Yeah.
And who's always been supportive of war criminals. And so yeah, he doesn't even believe there should be war crimes, but now I'm distracted like Trump. So I don't understand. You know what also disappoints me is that George Stephanopoulos didn't quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like a perfectly reasonable thing at that point to say, you know what, if this is what we're going to do, if I have to personally apologize,
Well,
then
it's that David Frum's reaction was completely on point for, you know, Mika Brzezinski apologizing for him for something he said. And he said, it's my face on the screen, my name on the chyron. His joke was completely on point. Right?
Yeah.
And, you know, but this is what, you know, and then he wrote the piece about the climate of fear that causes this, right?
Right. And you know, yes, we are going to see people who turn, people who decide that
Who are
they
scared.
want to glom onto whoever is in power and ride that. And but you know, it's not just that, it's also the weakness of the people that are replying. You know, it's sort of like these bendings of the knee get more play because the actual resistance is so milquetoast. You know, what is it that Hakeem Jeffries tweeted something like Trump promised to lower prices. He'd better do it. Like, really, man, that's the best you got.
Well, that's what you know, when people are like, you know, saying, oh, well, he can't do that. I don't know. Do we know that yet? Do we know if it's going to matter? I mean, you know, we're talking about, like, he can't just revoke birthright citizenship. It's like you already have, what's his the Republican senator, like, you know, there's like Weasel Words about how, you know, I mean, trust me, they will figure out how to do anything they can, whether it's executive order or whatever. I mean,
the fun part's going to be when the courts tell them that they can't, for instance, that they can't deport all of these people, that they defy the courts. That's when it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. Okay, where is this crisis going? And because he will say he can defy the courts, and again, he will cite that Supreme Court decision in the January 6th case again and again and again. And he will say that gives him the ability to do whatever he wants, courts, laws, whatever be damned.
Yeah, hang on. I was trying to find, because obviously I have a silver lining stack now, because you know how I am. I like my happy, clappy.
You gotta
moods.
see some.
But we were talking
positives.
about, again, seems like Chris Wray was also bending the knee, obeying in advance, rather than fighting it. But so it was Sarah Isgur who on Threads everybody was talking about. She said, fact, Director Wray's resignation effective January 21st prevents Trump from naming Kash Patel as acting FBI director. Under the Vacancies Reform Act, Trump has to pick someone who is either Senate confirmed or has been at the senior pay level at the agency for 90 days before the vacancy occurred. So if the vacancy occurs before Trump has been in office for 90 days, he can't pick Patel. I hope so, but are any of the normal rules going to apply? Like, will he respect any rule or law?
No, because he's going to use the idea of an invasion on the southern border, like Bush used weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
He's going to use a lie to justify everything that he does.
Declare an emergency, declare martial law. Can I just say, South Korea, not only did they shut that down by dinner, they impeached and removed him already.
Yeah. Well, at least their
That's how it's
impeachment
done.
process was, you're impeached, you're out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't, and now let's hold a trial.
Yeah. Now Mitch McConnell, polio survivor, warning of the dangers of Donald Trump and polio.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like, dude, Mitch McConnell is the guy in the hot dog costume going, we're all just trying to find out who crashed the hot dog mobile. That's from I think you should leave, the Tim Robbins.
Okay.
So many great, posts about this, Rude, but it really is the ridiculousness of where we find ourselves. Jeff Tedrich said, imagine a country so furious about drag performers that it voted for polio. I mean, Bob Seska said the polio vaccine will be replaced with Brawndo because we are literally in the idiocracy as much as we ever could have imagined, right?
Yeah, and it's like what's worse than whatever you think a vaccine can do, it's polio.
Yeah.
It's like if you are actually sitting there saying and Trump in his Meet the Press interview a week ago, Kristen Welker asked him specifically, and he was like, well, polio vaccine, that was very successful. You'd have to work pretty hard to convince me. And I'm like, no, that's not the answer. The answer is I will never.
He told you on the camp, I'm going to let Bobby go crazy with the medicines. And so now the guy that advises Bobby is saying, let's revoke the polio vaccine. I mean, it was
ridiculous. Welker kept trying to say to him about autism, the connection about how it was one study that was discredited and revoked, and he was like, well, it used to be only 1 in a million people had autism, and now it's 1 in 100. And she just keeps trying. First of all, the number is far off, but it's also she's saying, because we can diagnose it better. Medicine advances.
Right.
People don't even know when you see pictures of braces. It's leg braces. It's because it makes you end up in a wheelchair or dead. Measles
Or in an
aren't
iron lung.
Yeah,
because you can't breathe on your own.
Mumps makes you deaf. It's like we forget the horrors of these diseases.
Measles will do it
yes, because they've been gone for so long. I mean, Dr. Mary Brandt tweeted, I've seen a child with tetanus. I've treated near-fatal infections after chickenpox. I pronounced children dead from COVID whose parents refused to have them vaccinated. We have lost our minds, and we're about to lose so many of our precious children. I mean, and yet...
I can't wait for the unfairness of keeping smallpox jailed.
Yeah.
Free the smallpox, all creatures. I pardon smallpox.
Yeah, Mia Farrow said, I had polio when I was 9. I was taken from my parents, placed in a hospital for contagious diseases, the polio ward. I would see them once a week through the glass window at the end of my ward. I couldn't walk. It was terrifying. Kids died. Iron lungs were awful. Don't let RFK Jr. ban the vaccine. This waking nightmare just never ends, does it? You just think, wait, what did I just read?
Yeah. Yeah, and again, it is all because of one single study. There is no scientist in the world, no medical scientist in the world that would say you have to transform your policy, even if that was a legit study, that you would transform an entire, generations and generations of successful policy because of a single study. You have to be able to repeat it. You have to be able to show all these things. And it's just, no, this one guy said.
Yeah. I mean, here's our discussion that's been all morning and will be maybe for the rest of our lives about people voting against their own self-interest, but also, I don't know what, disinformation, the new AP NORC poll, just 2 in 10 Americans approve of Trump's pick of Hegseth for defense. 2 in 10 approve of Gabbard. 3 in 10 approve of Bobby Kennedy. Well, how many people keep going, well, I didn't vote for the... He said it all. Yes, he said it. He told you. And now there's, it's just, I mean, story after story, whether it's farmers, whether it's Mike from Pennsylvania said missing from the exit polls from the election is a measure of how many people protesting over Gaza either didn't vote at all, voted for a third party candidate, or left the presidential slot blank, or voted for Trump. I hope they survive long enough to regret their mistake. So now we've got, because, oh, by the way, they said, he said, still waiting for Free Palestine protesters to go after Trump like they went after Biden and Harris. Where are you at now? Trump tapped Huckabee for ambassador. There's really no such thing as a Palestinian. Trump himself isn't ruling out Israel's annexation of the West Bank. I mean, most of us with critical thinking could have seen this coming. The question of our ages is going to be, why didn't all those people?
Yeah. As for the protests, by the way, I'll just say that that one of the things that happened in the after the protest was the banning of these protests. So now
saying they're going to deport those protesters.
Right.
He said that.
Right. So, but now that it's Trump, it's like I think that it's like, well, okay, universities, you probably should have let those protesters protest.
Yeah. Ay, rude. What a state. All right, well, you know what? Happy Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa to you.
Yes.
This is our last week before vacation.
Hey, that's excellent.
And Hanukkah starts on Christmas this year.
It does.
Oh, fantastic.
Hanukkah starts on Christmas?
I believe so.
Wow.
Oh, you know what that means. End times. Rapture.
Yeah, I was going to say the Jews. Don't they just take everything?
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I'm here with the incredibly handsome Dr. David Silverman to talk about ASEA Renew that I'm holding in my hand. This stuff is amazing. Revitalizing Redox Gel. You hold up, you have you can either, it comes in drink form and this is the gel form. I love, first of all, that supermodel Carol Alt will be promoting this. She's taken so many jobs from me, so I am so happy.
Just to give some context, because I have to tell you that this is very unique. This is not, it's not a pharmaceutical, it's not a nutritional product. It's something that our cells make. It's called redox signaling molecules. But bottom line is, our cells make redox signaling molecules. Your body makes it right now, but we all made more of it when we were younger. What's in this bottle is in you. It's in me, right? But I'll be 64 in 2 weeks, and I feel like I'm 30 years old. I've been drinking this for 13 years.
Wow. Doc, what a thrill to meet you and to hear more about this, because, it's you just kind of go, oh, it works, but to hear about the why is really fascinating to me. Dr. David Silverman, what a joy and a pleasure, and thank you so much.